know what always confused me? Remember in the Flintstones whenever they would have some sort of dinosaur or some prehistoric animal that would break the fourth wall and then start to talk to the camera? They would say something similar to like, oh well, this is a living, just because that's their job, that's their lot in life. I always wondered whether or not the humans could understand them or not. I always wondered whether or not it was just the viewer that could understand them, or maybe the people around them could too, and they just ignored them because they were animals. Anyways, the reason I brought that up is because the first issue to the new Flintstones comic book came out from DC Comics. This was written by Mark Russell and it was illustrated by Steve Pugh. The title for this is A Clean Slate, and I was very surprised by this comic book. I thought it was going to be very humorous and it was going to be alluding to the past series, but it wasn't. It was much more serious. In fact, someone dies in this issue, and I wasn't expecting that to happen at all. There are still some humorous aspects to it, and a lot of the elements from the original TV show is present here too, but it has a much more modern twist. All of the main characters are here, with the exception of the children. The children are shown in alternate covers, so they probably are there, they just didn't make an appearance in this first issue. The characterizations are slightly different. Fred is much more serious, and it feels as though him and Wilma have a much different bond than what they had from the TV show. They do include a bit more historical facts, with the idea that they have Neanderthals, Cro-Magnon, and cavemen all living together. They're even making a joke that Fred and Wilma had an arranged marriage by their parents, which does make a lot of sense. But they're also making references between clan wars that have taken place to establish the dominance between which human species is going to be ruling Bedrock. They still have a lot of modern conveniences that don't really make a lot of sense, but still it does in the Flintstone kind of way. I'm loving the art style in it too. I really like the idea that these characters do look like our original characters, but they also look like comic book characters as well in a more realistic tone. At first I thought this was just going to be a one-shot story because it begins where the story ends, and I thought that was it. But it turns out it's going to be an ongoing series, so for that I'm happy about it. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to give any major spoilers to this. I did think it was pretty good. It is a DC comic, so it's available just about anywhere. So that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching me in this comic book review. Be sure to give a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, check out my Patreon site, my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. I never really followed the Flintstones very religiously. I know they had several different versions of their cartoon, including a series that was based just on Pebbles and Bam Bam as teenagers. Did they take away Bam Bam's super strength? It felt as though when he was a baby, he was very strong, but then as a teenager, the few episodes I saw, he seemed like he was just a regular teenage kid. I don't know if I'm wrong about this, or maybe they showed it and they didn't show it in the episodes that I saw. I'm not sure. If you know the answer to this, please let me know.